Hello and welcome to the last in this first series of Pets Practice. This week we're going to look back over the past 12 episodes and pick out some of my favourite bits from the series. We will also be seeing our puppies graduate from puppy school. First, we look back at some of the veterinary issues we have covered, and I'm pleased we were able to cover so many topics. Rabbits and guinea pigs are becoming more and more popular as household pets, but many owners are not aware of the best diet that we need to feed them to keep them fit and healthy. On average, guinea pigs live up to 6 years and rabbits up to 8, and both can be very easy to look after. Unfortunately, there is a lot of misleading information about how best to look after our pet bunnies and guinea pigs, in particular what we should be feeding them. The majority of pet rabbits and guinea pigs in Australia are fed a diet that is predominantly grains, seeds and pellet mixes. These sorts of foods, however, lead to some very common health problems that we see in both our rabbits and guinea pigs. Dental and stomach problems are directly associated with these diets. Rabbits and guinea pigs' teeth grow approximately 3 millimetres a week. They continually grow and require a fibrous diet to grind these teeth down. In addition, both bunnies and guinea pigs require high fibre diets for their digestive systems to work properly. Without this fibre, their stomachs can actually stop working. We call this gut stasis, which can be life-threatening. The pellet and grain mixes are the equivalent of junk foods. They should make up less than 5% of their diet. The majority of their diet should actually be made from hay, green vegetables and fresh grass. 80% of their diet should be hay. Oaten hay is probably the best and grass hay the next best. I know this seems like that I'm being very particular, but I promise it makes all the difference for the health of your pet rabbit. During the series, we met many veterinary practitioners. One, Dr. Lewis Kirkham, has written a book entitled Tell Your Dog You're Pregnant, a most informative and interesting read for all parents-to-be who already have a fur child, as he refers to them. I asked him what expectant mums should do with their pets to prepare for the birth of their child. I see a lot of expectant mothers that come through the clinic at Vets on Parker, and I try to the best of my ability explain to them things that they should be doing. And often I do ask them, well, what are you doing at home to adjust the dog to the arrival of the new baby? And well, more often than not, people say they're not doing anything.
Yes.
What do you say about that?
Yeah, that's very, very true. A lot of people say I'm doing nothing, but you also get people that say, you know, I'm giving more attention.
Okay.
You know, I'm really lavishing the attention. We're doing extra walks, having extra cuddles, so that when the baby comes, it's going to carry over as an attention bank.
Yeah,
you know,
I see.
The dog's going to think, oh, I had all those walks a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
This is perfect.
But the exact opposite really occurs, you know. Goes from a lot of attention to just, when the baby arrives often, despite what people want to think will happen, it just drops off to nothing. And that can cause some anxiety and some other issues as well that we talk about in the book.
And the idea really of the book is you don't want those rapid changes to happen, and you don't want the rapid changes to be associated with the arrival of the new baby.
Exactly, that's exactly right. So it's about preparing early as possible and making the changes as gradually as possible. So it's just not when the baby first comes home and bang, suddenly the whole house seems different to the dog.
Dental disease affects far too many of our pets, and it is something that can be totally avoided. In episode 3, we met Mickey, who had really bad breath, a sure sign of dental problems. Let's see what happened. From initial inspection in Mickey's mouth, it's obvious that he's got some pretty significant dental disease. At the age of only 5, Mickey has a significant amount of tartar on his teeth, as well as some very painful gingivitis. But Mickey's not alone. 80% of dogs and cats over the age of 3 have irreversible gum disease. It's a silent, suffering sort of illness. With Mickey, his teeth are so bad, he's going to have them cleaned under a general anaesthetic, and we're going to possibly have to have a couple of them removed. Dental disease is something, however, that is totally avoidable. With the proper dental care in place, this sort of condition doesn't need to happen. Form Mickey's first extraction. This very last, we call it a molar 1, it's going to come out very easily because it's so loose. Just came out that easily. They're coming out very easily just due to severe periodontal disease. Healthy teeth, as you would imagine, are very difficult to remove, but dogs that have teeth afflicted with periodontal disease, their teeth that come out very early because the ligaments that hold the teeth in place, the bone, what we call the alveolar bone, which the teeth are kind of embedded in within the jaw, are all infected and inflamed. All those ligaments are broken down, so the tooth just comes out very, very easily. So Mickey's about to go home. We'll have a look now and see how much better his teeth look. No more tartar, no more bacteria. His breath certainly is much better, and he's certainly going to be much healthier and happier having those teeth sorted. In episode 8, I was lucky enough to meet a group of youngsters to talk to them about emergency first aid for their pets. It was a great opportunity for me to show them some basic first aid, and they all got to have a go on my dog Macy. The next thing I'm going to do is just show you how to use an Elizabethan collar, okay? Now that is one of these plastic collars that can be used to stop our dogs from damaging themselves. Or our cats, you just get much smaller ones for a cat, obviously. Now, we place this over their head. Good girl, Macy. I'm not going to pretend she's going to like it. And then we use some conforming bandage, some elasticated bandage, or you can even use your dog's collar. The reason we do this is because some dogs and cats, if they're faced with an irritating eye or a wound on their belly or on their back, they can do a lot of damage by chewing or scratching at it. If we've got an itchy skin or itchy eye, we will be able to stop doing that, or we'll be told off by our parents. Now, with dogs, they obviously don't have that self-control, so we use the bucket to stop them from doing any further damage. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get one of you guys to come up. I'm going to teach you how to put a bandage on a dog. So who wants to do that? Why don't Macy and Olive, why don't you come up? Onto there. Excellent. Macy. Here we go. Good job. There we go. Right up. Keep going. Let's use the scissors. Okay, perfect. Bleeding stopped. Good job, guys. It's great to see the kids have a go at some basic first aid. Let's hope they don't need to use it. But I always say the best thing to do is to ring or come and see your vet as the first priority. Well, that's it for now. After the break, we will join the puppies at their graduation and picnic, and then I will return for some more memorable moments from the series.
Let's practice. Let's practice.
Each week we have been following the lives of a group of puppies and their owners. The group are now going to take their last puppy class and then have a picnic and game in the local park. We will also take a look back in time and see how each puppy has grown over the past months. Let's join them now.
Good morning everyone, thanks for coming today. So it's been 4 weeks since I've seen you all last. I hope everyone's been doing really well at home and been keeping up with their end of training. So today we're going to have a special graduation class. So first and foremost, I just want to go over a few of the exercises that we've learned throughout the course of puppy school and just make sure that everyone's been doing their homework.
ready? Set. Go. Listen.
Yes, go. Round we go.
Awesome job, guys. No cheating. Come on, guys. Good job. Good job. All right, pull them out. Right up, ready.
Starts to lose the word association as well. The dog hears the word spin. It doesn't really mean anything to the dog. That makes sense?
Congratulations. Good kill.
Good, good. Good. Okay, here's a stick. Thank you. You want to say no? Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Came on. Emmy. Puppy.
Emmy.
Yeah. Good boy, Pirate. Good boy. Just get around his ears there. Thank you. Congratulations. Cookies. Good job, Pirate. Good job. Get some extra treats for that. Good boy. Good puppy. Good boy. Congratulations. Thank you. Oh, you can even hold him. He's big enough to hold. He's going to want to play with. Good thing. Good job.
Thank you.
Oh, right, look at the toilet.
Thank you.
That's it. Okay. Everyone, camera. Big smiles, everyone. Come on.
Now, before we leave our puppies, we couldn't help but visit Pirate and Strider as young adults. It's amazing how much they've grown since we met them for the first time.
Let's practice. Let's practice.
Welcome back. Our final review is where we look back at some of the exciting and interesting locations we visited through our first series of Pets Practice. We kick off with a look at our very first episode where we visited Aquapores, where Joe surprised me by asking me to get in the hydrotherapy tank with Ziggy, who had contracted coonhound disease.
Well, Dr. Kevin, this is Ziggy. He has got a condition called coonhound paralysis, which actually affects all four limbs and leaves them totally paralysed.
Gee, poor Ziggy. How long has he had that for?
He's had it for about a month now.
Yeah? And why is he seeing you?
I'm helping him get back on his feet again.
Mm-hmm.
We use a combination of physiotherapy and the underwater treadmill to re-establish his gait patterning and rebuild his muscle.
Excellent. And what's this blue harness for?
We are going to get him in the treadmill. We're going to put him in that harness over there.
Okay, because he's that weak, he needs this sort of assistance.
Yeah, he can't stand.
Okay.
Oh, he can a little bit now, but before he couldn't.
So
get him in here.
Coonhound paralysis or coonhound disease is a pretty uncommon sort of problem. It's got another name called acute polyradiculoneuritis, and it really is a very rapid onset of paralysis, which can leave them completely paralysed from their head down. They often require hospitalisation, and they can be very, very, very sick.
Well, Dr. Kevin, I think I need an assistant today. So would you mind? We're going to take Ziggy into the underwater treadmill here.
Yeah.
And
What do you need me to do?
get in there with him.
Oh, does that mean I need to get into some board shorts?
You sure do, if you don't want to get too wet.
Okay, Joe, well, that took me a bit of a surprise, but I'll go get a pair and I'll meet you back here in a moment. Ooh,
Ready, Zig?
like a warm spa in here, Joe. Sure you don't want to get in?
I'm fine, thanks. Good boy, Zig.
Good boy.
There we go. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Come on, Zig.
Okay, he's doing it for himself already.
Oh, is he? Good.
Yeah.
Come on, Zig. Come on, good boy.
Good boy. He's getting already a bit more tired.
I exaggerate the movement.
Yep.
I even
Hands over his stifles.
I grab him from his feet.
Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
So you move all the joints. Ziggy
Come on,
can't do
Happy.
this for very long. He gets tired very, very quickly.
Yeah, well, with his condition and
Come
how
on.
paralysed he was.
Like now.
Come on,
Come on,
Zig.
Zig.
There
That's
we
it.
go.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Come on, Zig. Come on.
He's got pretty significant muscle atrophy,
Come on, Zig.
but if we don't do this, he's never going to get any better.
No. Come on.
Good boy.
That's it. Good boy.
There we go. Good boy.
That's it. Good boy.
I'm pleased to say that Ziggy made a full recovery. During the series, we visited a number of animal shows. At the Melbourne Pet and Animal Expo, we visited a stand where the rabbits were contributing their fur to help make some warm clothing. Let's take a look. So I'm here with Christina, who's a member of the Rabbit Breeders Association. Nice to meet you, Christina. Who have we got here?
We have Dancer.
Dancer.
She's a 4-month-old English Angora,
Oh, she's beautiful.
and she's called Sooty Fawn colour.
I imagine this sort of coat takes a lot of looking after.
Yeah, when they're young like this, their coat changes.
Yep.
And so you need to do them at least once or twice a week.
And what do you make with the fibre?
You can spin it, but it's spun. This is actually a little pair of mittens that have been made.
Wow.
They're so warm. We've got all sorts of other. We can dye it,
Yep.
dye it, mix it with other fibres like camel or sheep
Yep.
or mohair.
Yep, no, I imagine they require a lot of TLC,
Yes.
like being
And
up
they're-
in your arms a lot.
Well, no, yeah, they're house trainable. You can
Yep.
train them, you can give them a litter tray, and they run around the house.
Yeah, and they can keep you warm as well.
Yes, definitely, yeah. Very
Excellent.
nice, yeah.
Well, lovely to meet you, Christina.
You too.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you
you,
so much.
Danza. My pleasure. So I'm here with Heidi, who is spinning some wool. And what do you make with it?
Okay, well, so I'll take this off there. You can also knit it up. This is a neck warmer
Wow.
rather than a loose scarf, so
Yep.
it doesn't use quite so much wool. It's extremely warm.
It feels incredibly
I could
warm and
put
so
it off,
light.
but it's too hot in here.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks, Heidi.
Thank you.
I'll leave you keep
Okay.
spinning.
Thanks.
While visiting Chris White on a hobby farm, I examined Charlie the ram, who was having some walking problems. And then I was introduced to my guide for the day, and we both set out to look around the farm. Hi, Chris.
Hi Kevin, this is Mitch, your tour guide.
Wow, he's a little bit smaller than I expected.
Good things come in small packages.
Good man. Good boy. Let's head off. Good man. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Okay, where should we go? Just straight ahead, you say? What's down there? Good boy. That's a good boy. Okay, back over there. What's that? You hungry? Okay, we'll make sure we get you some Artemis when we get back. Wow, you're a lucky boy to have all this. Some Maltese Terriers would die to have all this. Good boy. That's looking good, isn't it? Good man. Okay, good boy. Just pop it into gear for me, Mitch. There we go, thanks. There we go, we'll take this corner. There we go, good man. On our visit to the Lost Dogs home, we met a young family who fell in love with a rather overweight but very affectionate dog called Jack, who they decided would be their new family pet.
Alright, so obviously with Jack and his previous medical history, we don't know what vaccinations he's had. That's why we've done the first one. We get you guys to follow through with the second one. We do give you the limited health cover, so for the next 2 weeks, anything relating back to anything he might have picked up while he was in here, we will do the consultations free of charge. We'd only charge you for medicines or procedures if he needs it. Alright, so we're all good.
Tell me, why did you decide to get an adult dog over a young puppy?
Do you want to answer that, Geordie?
Well, I just thought some dogs like Jack, they don't have very much luck. I reckon we should adopt Jack because could be one of his only chances to have a family.
A lot of older dogs sometimes struggle to find a home, and puppies, because sometimes they're perceived as being smaller and cuter, do find homes a lot quicker. But I think Jack's incredibly lucky that he's found you as his new family, and I think you guys are going to have a long, happy future together. I'm very happy to report that the family and Jack are doing really well, and the weight is gradually coming off Jack. Well, that's the end of our first series of Pets Practice. We would like to thank you for watching our series and hope you've gained some more knowledge on living with your pets. Thanks for all the fantastic feedback you've given us, and please remember you can enter our sponsors competition to win a year's supply of Artemis pet food by liking their Facebook page and answering some simple questions. All the details are on our website, petspractice.tv. Don't forget to like our Facebook page for regular updates. So until next time, thanks for watching, and we look forward to joining you again for a brand new series of Pets Practice with me, Dr. Kevin.